I've always wondered why people add free tools to their website, and I finally found the answer to life's greatest mystery, or this mystery to me, and let me play. This is an interview with the Chief Marketing Officer of Ahrefs.
A lot of Banner Bear tutorials now at this point, so it's like, okay, well, what else can we do? You know, when you look at our analytics, our free tools get tons of traffic.
Hear that?
Tons.
Free tools are an absolutely amazing way to get traffic from Google. I mean, here at Ahrefs, our top pages in terms of search traffic are tools, I think.
So there's the answer finally. I remember when I saw this, I was like, ding, 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 ding. That totally makes sense. And that is that the reason people are adding free tools to their websites is because they get a ton of traffic in Google as well as AI models, and they get a ton of backlinks. So if you're creating and providing a valuable free tool or a valuable free calculator to your website, not only is Google going to send traffic to it, but also people are going to take that link and they're going to link back, give you a backlink from their website. Oh, you want the answer to this? Here's a free calculator. Here's a free tool that you could do this for free. These things are backlink generating magnets and traffic magnets. And also there's another video that I came across that further proved this point. And it's this video right here from Spencer. His website is Niche Pursuits. And he created this video not that long ago, and he says how this calculator website makes $36,000 per month. And in the video, he goes on to show the stats, traffic stats, and the monetization methods of websites that are just offering free calculators. And he goes over 4 different ones. And these aren't complex calculators. These are basic calculators and basic calculations being done, and they're generating free traffic, and they're generating a ton of cash flow. Now, I'm not suggesting that you're going to put some free tools on your website and all of a sudden you're going to become a multimillionaire. Maybe over time, who knows? But right now, I mean, ask anyone, what do you want for your website? You want more traffic and you want more leads. So free tools is a way of doing that. And I think that every business can add free tools to their website, even local businesses where you might not think of what could I add there. So the next question is, how do you easily add free tools or calculators to your website? And I've got the answer for you here in this video. There's a WordPress plugin named SureForms that makes it very easy to build calculators as well as free apps. You can visit the website at SureForms.com. Let's take a look at some of the demos that they have created, and let's try to create one ourselves on a live website. So they offer 2 things, calculators and custom apps. So first, let's take a look at some of their calculators. And here's the first one. This one is for checking your BMI. And this is actually pretty neat. As you're changing this, you'll see some numbers here change dynamically. And there's also this bit of information changes dynamically. Now, since this is a forms plugin, this is probably using a conditional field. So based upon this value, this will change or show something different. So when I'm going up, you can see it's normal and then it's changing like that. Here is another one, a calculator for planning a budget for a trip. So you'd put some values in here, and it looks like this one wants to email you the result. So this is being used, this is an example of something you would use to generate more leads. Here's another one, and this would be for like a local business, a painting cost calculator. So I can imagine if you're a local painting service, maybe you're talking to your clients, or there's people just wanting to know, how much is my paint job going to cost? Here you have it. And this, I think, probably let's see, this is probably just for the paint. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the cost calculator, including the labor. But you can see this is a really nice looking page right here. These things are actually really easy to add to your website, partially because these calculators can be created with AI. You're just saying what you want, and then it tries to make the framework for you, and you can go with that or tweak it a little bit. You can have different ways of interacting with the calculator. So you see how this has this slider. Next is something very unique that SureForms offers, and that's the ability to make custom apps that do more than just tell you a calculation. So for example, here's one, a movie recommendation form where you would pop in some information about actors and all that you like, or a recent movie, and this will go and it will use some logic in the back end and give you a result. It's not a calculation. Here's another example of a custom app. And this one here is actually for generating a certificate. As a matter of fact, let's give this a shot. So I'll fill this out. So I've entered in my info there. Let's request my certificate. And this is a custom web app on a WordPress website where it's doing something specific. So in this case, it's generating a certification or a certificate. So you could use this maybe if you had like some kind of e-learning or some kind of program. Here it is. So I filled it out and it says your certificate is generated. Adam, click here to download. And when I click on it, let's see what happens. It just downloaded it. And I actually don't think I could pull it up in the browser. Let me see. Okay, here it is. I was able to drag and drop it into my browser, and here's the certificate. So you can customize the look of the certificate, all that you want, and dynamically generate it just like this. Now for creating these custom apps on your website that do something or provide some kind of value, it uses this plugin. It's named AutoKit, and it's an automation tool. So basically you could take the form data and integrate it into over 1,000 services to do some really cool stuff. Now, it could just show some data, or it could give you a file, as you saw. As a matter of fact, I was using this last year to create a message from Santa, where you would just fill out the form, the child's name, a little bit about the child, and then it would go into 11 Labs to create a message from Santa, the voice of Santa, and a custom message to the child, and then it would give you the audio file back. And I could have taken it a step further and had it actually schedule a call, and that call could go out via Twilio. You could do some really cool things with AutoKit when you mix it with SureForms. Now you may be thinking, but I can't think of any calculators that I would want to add, or I could add or should add to XYZ business. Well, here's a custom app on the SureForms website that's going to help you with that. So right here, you can describe the business, and then it's going to give you some ideas of calculators that you can build. This is really good, because think about it. If you have a website that you want to generate more traffic and backlinks to, or if you have clients and you want to increase the cost of the project by giving them a greater chance of success, you can sell them these free apps for their website. So let's go ahead and fill this out. So I'll put in some business information. So this is what I entered. I said, we are a local landscaping contractor. We build backyards, hardscape and softscape. I'm going to click right here where it says generate calculator ideas. So it's going to take this information. It's going to throw it into probably an AI model that's been custom trained a little bit to give a result. So it's getting that result for me right now. And here it is. It says, absolutely, let's dig into the wonderful world of landscaping. So I like the personality with it. But anyways, so here are the calculators, that ideas that it's come up with for this specific business. And this is a free tool on the SureForms website. Obviously, it's to give you ideas on making calculators. And we're going to make a calculator here in a sec. Okay, so here's a landscape design cost calculator. And it says why this is going to be great. Planting schedule and zone finder, paver and patio material cost calculator. That's actually pretty good, because it's very specific. You could just say what the cost per square foot typically is for pavers for your business. Water usage calculator, mulch calculator. This is actually very good too, because if you need this material, you need to know how much do I need to buy. And you can make this kind of a calculator. Yeah, and it's all right here. So this is actually them, SureForms, having a custom app on the website. And so let's go ahead and try to make some of these ourselves. But first, let's talk about the plan that you need for SureForms. SureForms is a form plugin, but as you saw, it does like all the stuff you'd want it to do and more. Custom apps, calculators, conversational forms, signature forms, and then here's form examples of client onboarding, event management. So that's just typical stuff, multi-step forms, all the things that you would want in a form, you're pretty much able to do. Okay, SureForms, for the calculators and the custom apps, you need to be on this business plan, and it's all broken down here. So side note, if you're looking at form plugins, SureForms is probably one of the most affordable, lower cost than all the other ones. So anyways, and it says right here, calculators and custom apps and calculators. You can do it right here. Now, what's really nice is you don't need to put in your own AI service or whatever. It's all just natively integrated. So I'm on a site that I've already installed SureForms. And when you go here, you click on New Form. You're going to get this option right here. Do you want to build the form from scratch? You can do that. Or do you want to build it with AI? I rather use AI. I'll click on this right here. And then here's the option to have it create a calculator for you. And all you have to do is describe. You don't have to connect to any AI models. It's all just part of the plugin. And here's some ideas of the calculators that you can make. So for example, let's see, retirement, click right here, create a retirement savings calculator. Now you can be much more specific here and if you've thought through the fields you want, and it will do all the calculation stuff for you. And you can be very specific. So I'll just click right here to generate the calculator. It's pretty quick. It usually takes like maybe 20 seconds. I mean, think about it. If you're an agency adding this to your clients' websites, you could charge probably a couple $100, maybe $1,000 because you're making the page that you're going to put the calculator on or the free app on, but you're leveraging an AI model here to make it for you in under 60 seconds. So, okay, right now it is generating the fields, and it's also going to do the painful part, which is the calculation, but you can have you can easily edit the calculation field. All right, here we go. So just so you know, when you're generating it with AI, that it might get something wrong or it might not be the field type that you want. So when you're looking here, you can see there's this slider. I personally like the sliders because it's a more interactive element, but maybe it might have given you a drop down and you want a multi-select box where the values are showing. So what do we have here? So retirement cost calculator, current age, retirement age, current savings, annual contribution. This is great, actually. And then this is it right here. So the calculation is actually happening in this field. So when I click on it, I can scroll down and you can see here is enable calculation. Here's the formula. Now you might be thinking, man, that tiny little box. Well, you can click right here where it says expand editor and you get all this space to look at the formula and make any changes to the formula. And you can put complex formulas in there. So SureForms has two ways that you can now add this to your website. It has something called instant form pages, and this will just create a page with the form in it, and you have some styling options, or you can put it in your designs and your layouts. You can works with all your page builders and stuff like that. So let's see what it looks like with the instant form. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to enable the instant form. You can fully customize it. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to publish it, and then I'm going to view it. It looks great. The styling is great. I really like this slider here and how it's interactive. And you could also put some default values if you want in this. So when someone first sees the calculator, there's a value there. In fact, I forgot to show you on this page itself they have that as an example right here where there's this values here. So you can style it and play around with it all that you want, but there's like a default value. And also I probably wouldn't use the instant form page. I would design a page and place the calculator inside that page similar to how it is here, where it's just part of the page like this. And here's some of the calculators that I have been making as I was testing this out. It's just really cool that you can make these calculators so quick and you can customize them as you would any form plugin. But what's nice is you just ask for what you want and it's made. You have the base and it probably will require a few little tweaks to get it just right. Now, the second thing was custom apps. Let's try to do that. Now, I have not built a custom app in a while, and I don't even have AutoKit on this website, so we're going to have to take it from the top. I'm going to go to add a plugin. Top right, I'm going to search for AutoKit. That's OTTO. And here it is. I'm going to install it, and then I'm going to go ahead and activate it. Perfect. And it's going to take you to this screen. If you're not ready to do this, I'm ready to do this. There's a button here that will take you back to the WordPress dashboard, but I'm ready to get this going now. Here's some information. I'll click on Get Started Now. Now, I already have an AutoKit account and I'm already logged in. That's why it's showing me this here. If I wasn't logged in, it would prompt me to create an account or log into an existing account that I might have. So I'm going to click on Authorize and Connect. Perfect. And now it is all connected to AutoKit. So let's go ahead and make something simple for this video. I'm just going to make a app that will suggest YouTube video titles. How about that? And I'll actually use it to help me come up with a title for this video. So that's going to be very simple. Now, that's a simple example. You can do anything that you want, real complex. So first step would be to make a form specifically for this purpose. Now, I'm going to actually build this one from scratch. Because it's going to be real simple. It's just going to be one field for describing a video. So it's going to be really simple. So let's see, that's going to be the text area block right here. And I'm going to go ahead and change this, the label here. Okay, it says describe the video. That's fine. And then for the submit button, let's change the text on this. And I just said generate titles. Perfect. So now let me go ahead and see how this looks. I'm going to enable the instant form. I should also show you how to add it to a layout. So I'm going to do that. And then let me publish this. And then let me view it right here. Perfect. It's very simple, but obviously I'd want to put this on a specific page. Okay, great. Now that we have that, I'm going to go here. I'm going to click on General, and I'm going to choose this option here that says Form Confirmation. And we want to choose this option here that says AutoKit Response. And so this is going to give me some options of how I want to configure the response that AutoKit sends to the form. So when you see that timer where it's generating whatever it's supposed to be doing, and it's giving you like the progress. This is going to give me all the options of what's going to show there and what's going to show after. So I want to show the response below the form, and here I can customize the text. So we're generating your response. No, we're writing your titles. There we go. We're writing your video titles. Response time 30 seconds. Okay, and by default, it will show a copy text button. I think I want to keep that. And there's also an option to return a field, and you saw that, a file, and you saw that with the certificate. I don't need that, so I'm going to hide the download all button because I'm not responding with a form. A file. Okay, great. So now that I've customized this, I'm going to go here. I'm going to save my changes. And I'm going to go here. So this is step one. Now, step two is to go and create the automation in AutoKit of what's going to happen when the response comes in from this form. So I'm back here on my site. I'm going to click on AutoKit. and I am going to click on workflows. Now as you can see, I'm already using AutoKit and I've created some apps. So for this, I would use an AI model. I can use any of them because AutoKit integrates with all of them, even the open source ones via OpenRouter. So when I click on apps, I've already connected all these apps and I can use them in this automation. You can see I've got 11 labs. I've got Google AI Studio, which doesn't even cost anything. I've got YouTube connected and all that kind of stuff. So let me go. I'm going to use some of these apps. So I'm going to go to workflows. I'm going to create a workflow. Now you can create one with AI if you wanted, but I'm going to create it from scratch just to show you. So let me give it a name. Okay, it's title writer. I'll click on create, and now I'm in there. So the way automations work is there's a trigger and then there's actions. So for this, the trigger is going to be related to SureForms. So I'm going to start typing in SureForms. There it is. Form submitted, select the connection. And this is going to list all the websites that I've connected to AutoKit. So let me go to the one, I believe it is this one right here. Perfect. I'm going to click on continue. I'm going to select the form. And this form, actually, you know what? I actually didn't give the form a title, so that's kind of a mistake. So let me go back. Here you can see I didn't give it a title. That's okay. I'm going to go back. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to give it a proper title. There it is, YouTube title writer. Click on save. Perfect. So now let me get back here and you're going to see it says it there. So I made a mistake there. So now I'm back in here and it's not going to show me that. I have to click on this little refresh for it to repopulate the list. And now when I go in there, it's going to show it. And there it is, YouTube title writer. And then I'm going to click on continue. So now what it wants me to do is to do a submission. So I have to go back to the form and do that. So now I just need to fill this out. There we go. Video teaching people how to add a calculator or free app to their website to generate traffic and leads. I'm going to put that in my clipboard. So I'm going to click on generate titles and we're going to see nothing happen. It's just getting the initial form submission across. So now that I'm back in AutoKit, it saw that submission come across and it went ahead and it pulled it down. And this is all the values that were sent over. We don't need to pay attention to this right now. Let's just go ahead and click on save. Perfect. Now, the next step is to pass this off, the response, into an AI model. So I'm going to go here and I'm just going to use probably OpenAI. So I'm going to search for it, OpenAI. There it is. Select an event. This is going to be to create a chat completion. Perfect. OpenAI. I'll click on continue. And I'm going to choose the model. I think right now I'm going to use, I think it's 4.1. Let's see, 4.1. Let's see if that pulls it up. There we go. I'll just use 4.1 mini. This constantly changes, so you might use whatever model is going on at the time. Enter AI role and the message right here. Now what's nice is there's instructions here to kind of give you a clue of what this is. This is where you're telling the AI model what they're supposed to be doing. So you would say, you're a YouTube conversion expert, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to give you a description and you're going to give me 5 titles. So you're basically putting in the instructions. And then right here, we just need to link this up with that form value. So let's actually do this now, and then I'll go ahead and fill in the role. So what you do is you hit the @ signal like this, @ and it's showing me the data that I got from that SureForm form submission. All this stuff you only have to do one time, by the way. Anyways, so I'm going to scroll down. And it says right here, data, describe the video. So remember I created a field called describe the video? Well, here is that field and here is the value of that field. And that's all that we need. So I'm going to click on that. And so now that that's configured, all I have to do is fill out a role and I'll do that right now. All right, so I just wrote, you're a YouTube expert in conversions and persuasion. So this is where you give the instructions where you can do something special that's behind the scenes and, you know, that you're adding your special expertise and knowledge to. Okay, so it says here, you know how to make people want to click on a YouTube based on the title. I'll give you a description of the video, and that's what that field sends over. And you're going to respond with 5 title suggestions that would work for you. And you can actually give further instructions here on exactly how the response should go. Is it just listing it out? Is it giving them, is it numbered? Is there a special message at the bottom with a link to sign up for a consultation with you? You can do essentially whatever you want here. Max tokens, I'm going to leave that alone. I'll click on continue. Oh, okay, max tokens. Looks like I have to put something in here. So if 0, okay, so I'm just going to put 0 because it's going to use so little tokens anyway. So I'll click on continue, and then you test the action. It looks like I misconfigured this, but that's okay. I can go back, and it was related to the tokens. So let's just put 1,000. I think I misunderstood that. There we go. Now let's test the action, and it's going to basically take the field response, send it over there, and you're going to see what this would end up looking like. All right, so it might be a little hard to see here, and this is what it would respond. A bullet list. Number 1, boost your website traffic. Add a free calculator to your app, calculator app in minutes. And there's just 5 examples here. So this is good. I'm not going to tweak it any. I'm going to click on save. Perfect. So now we need to send that response back to the SureForm. So I'm going to click right here, and I'm going to search for SureForms again. Here it is. And I'm going to send data, and I'm going to send it back to the same website. Go back here. And let's see, response URL. This is very simple. In the form submission, there was a response URL. So you hit the @ sign, and we need to scroll down here till we see the response URL. Here it is, response URL. There it is. And then right here, what is the message that is going to end up displaying as a result? So you can add whatever you want in here. You can add custom text. But I'm going to just go ahead and add the AI response only. So the way you do that is you type the @ sign, and then down here, I'm going to scroll down. It's going to show all the data that I can display right here. And I actually want to show what came from OpenAI, and I want to show the response that I received from the AI model. I'll click on continue. I can test the action. And here it is, and then I'm going to click on save. So I'm going to go ahead and publish this now, and let's give it a try. So here I am back on the custom app, and I saved this in my clipboard, which was the description of this video. I'm going to paste that in. I'll click on generate titles, and you can see here it's showing that custom text that I had entered in. So it speaks to the app. It's already given me the result, so that didn't take 30 seconds. And here's what it came up with. Add free calculators to your website and boost traffic fast. How to use a calculator app to generate website leads easily. Turn your website into a lead magnet with this free calculator. Step by step. So anyways, you get the point. It's that easy to make these custom apps and add them to your website. I can add some more custom instructions. I can do all kinds of custom stuff. I can even add in a bunch of data reference points. You can do all kinds of stuff here. It's so easy. I mean, the only limit is like your imagination and your ideas of what to do here. You can sell these to businesses. If you're working on projects, you can add these to those projects, and maybe as an extra thing that they can add to their website. If you have a membership program, you can add these custom apps to add value to your members. There's really no limit on what you can do with these. And over time, they will generate, as you heard from Ahrefs, these are what's working right now to generate free traffic as well as backlinks to your website. What calculators and free or custom apps do you think would go great on your website? Let me know in the comments section down below. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.